And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road at the Big John's Closeouts with the Hammer High Prices again on this Tuesday, April the 22nd. Thanks for being with us. Going to be here till we get done talking. Got a big baseball game day coming up. We have the conference regular season tournament championship. The Cyclones and the Tennessee Vikings will be a great one. 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. In fact, Coach coming by and talked today, Mike Korn, about that big win last night. We brought it to you. Down 6-1 and rally to win 9-6. We had 5 guys make the player of the games. We'll talk about that too. So we got baseball today, weather permitting, 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch for the conference championship. For the regular season, the Cyclones and the first-year coach Mike Korn taking on the outstanding Tennessee Vikings, who are second in the league. So should be a dandy at the stadium. And right now it's on. We'll get an official word from Coach Korn, who will be in here talking with us here in about an hour or so. So we're excited about that. Let's get it started. The national anthem. Here we go. Mike's going to join us from right here. Mike Barnett, not Mike Korn. Mike Korn will join us, Coach Korn, but Mike Barnett's going to join us after Faith Hill lets it rip. And here it is, the national anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of
When you're the owner of the store, it's nonstop. Everybody wants to talk to you, isn't they?
Yeah, it seems that way at
And-
times. It comes in spurts. You know, sometimes you feel like, well, the day's going to go pretty smooth, and then give it 30 minutes and something else goes on. So, you know, you plod along. You
That's
just
it.
take one step at a time.
One step at a time. That's it. That's what he teaches to do, doesn't it? One day at a time, one step
Yes.
at a time.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
all we're promised.
That's all we're promised. That's exactly right. The next breath. So we're here again at Big John's Closeout. So we're going to talk about steel the next segment because I got all 4 implements, battery powered. Love them. Leaf blower, weed eater, chainsaw hedge trimmer. Love it. Oh, bought the fifth one too. Bought the little vacuum cleaner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
They're
got 5.
handy little things.
Oh, I love that too. So, love Steel and love Big John's Closeouts, where they hammer high prices. Be loyal, buy local here at Big John's. But on this segment, a little spring cleanup time. We've got sprayer. The sprayer is really unbelievable for $10.99. We'll let him tell you all about that. But let's jump in here and go. Mike's with us, the owner. We're here. Coming up, by the way, Joseph Taylor, top of the hour, talking Tennessee. We got us a quarterback. It's crazy. The guy, he went from Appalachian State to UCLA. Nico, I'm a leaving, left Knoxville. And Joey, I'm a coming from UCLA to Tennessee. God bless him. He's making $1.2 million to throw a football. Ain't bad, is it?
No, it's not bad
No.
at all. That's a little bit above what me and you take home.
Yeah.
I think.
Unbelievable for an 18, 19-year-old kid throwing a football, making $1.2 million.
I know. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I mean, years ago, it was unfathomable that you would see something like this.
I was talking to a buddy this morning after taking London to school, coming up 26, and I said, all these people going to and fro to work this morning on Interstate 26, how many of those are making $1.2 million? Probably very, very few. Some maybe. Here's an 18, 19-year-old kid making 1.2, and the kid in Tennessee said 2.4 wasn't enough. So anyway, we got us a quarterback, and we'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little while. All right, spring cleanup, here we go. We're going to take it, let him run with it. The owner of Big John's Closeouts. Be loyal, buy local. The big box stores don't support Cyclone Sports, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It goes on and on and on, so I'm all about it. He supports the animal shelter. Gosh, Sycamore Shows, Liberty Celebration, it's on and on and on, Bonnie Kate there, whatever. This man's involved in it. And so, and a big thanks too, I'm going to let him talk here in a second, but I want to thank him publicly for being part of the malt sale for the football team, Elizabeth. Where do you get their malts from? Right here. Be loyal, buy local. So thanks for
And I
that,
think that
sir.
went pretty good. I talked
Yeah.
to Tony Briggs at church Sunday, and he said they were pretty pleased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they actually sold out of some, had to go and try to fill in from
Yeah.
another location.
Cypress malts, went to go get mine, it was gone. They sold them. So, out.
Yeah, you're going to have to tell them next year to get you a
Add me
little
some
extra.
more. Absolutely. So, anyway, we're here again at Big John's Closeouts where they hammer high prices. And let's start. What do you want to start with first, sir?
Well, I mean, it's the time of the year when you get to spring, winter's done. You're trying to get everything sort of back in order so you can do outdoor activities. You want to clean up the house and you want to do a lot of different things. One of the better products that we've had in the last few years is this 30-second outdoor cleaner. And it's a wonderful product. You don't have to do a whole lot of manual labor with it. It comes in a number of different, you've got concentrated, you've got the one that'll go on the end of a water hose so you can just spray it, leave it for a while, take your power washer and wash it off. If you've got pretty good power on your your water hose without a power washer, you can also do that. So, we've got plenty of that. We bought a tremendous amount of that. I've used that at church, clean up our CLC building a little bit, and it works really good. I've used it around the house. I know it works. So, it's a good product at a very reasonable price that allows you to go ahead, and be able to get your outdoor areas cleaned up. Can be the house, can be the porch, can be the deck. It can be the outbuilding. It can be whatever, your trailer, that you haul stuff on, whatever you might want to do. But, when you start talking about, outdoor activities, as we start getting warmer and warmer, people are opening up their pools, they're starting to get their decks ready and stuff. Then, there again, we think about after we clean our decks from all the winter, stuff that's settled on it and stuff and get it ready, then you need to start thinking about staining, finishing these things up and stuff. And there again, we want to highlight the Ready Seal stain, that we've got a number of different colors on and stuff of that nature. This stain is just an excellent product for your deck, especially new decks. There's so many different colors that you've got that Tom can, put up there, and you can see everything from light to dark all the way down. This stuff is pretty much waterproof within just a few minutes of putting it down. No lap marks, runs and stuff of that nature, non-existent with this product. It overlaps and blends in extremely well, and like I say, it's an excellent product to use, and go ahead and get your deck, your porch, your outbuilding, your fences, whatever you've got that you need to,
Stain.
stain up and fix up, go ahead and use that, and you'll find that it really does extremely well in that product. Tom mentioned we've got a 1 gallon sprayer. We bought a bunch of these when we went into it because they had it on sale and stuff, and it's a 1 gallon, just a home and garden sprayer. A lot of people don't like to, tote around a 3 gallon sprayer full of water. That gets to be pretty heavy, especially for, smaller homes and stuff of that nature. Maybe the ladies around the house want to spray the weeds and stuff, and keep things out of their flower beds and around the side of the home and stuff. 1 gallon sprayer, we're running them on sale for $10.99 until we run out. Now, when we run out, they'll go back up to the regular $15, $16 a sprayer. But right now, we still have quite a few of those things, in stock.
I want to ask you about this real quick. We'll go back to this for a second. This outdoor cleaner. So around the house, this goes for $19.99 here at Big John's. Be loyal, buy local, support the local businessman. Hello, Diane Cup. How you doing, lady? So you sit around the house. Does it do concrete? Does it do
decks
decks
and roofs, things of that nature? You can do just about anything that you need to spray down and clean. You can clean with that product.
It says algae, mold, and mildew. Clean stains from algae, mold, and mildew. Does sidewalks, does decks. So it's pretty versatile, to say the least. 30 seconds outdoor cleaner for $10.99. This comes in a 2 quarts for $10.99. You got the bigger the gallon jug for.
And that thing will reach up to 24 foot if you've got pretty good pressure on your
oh, really?
Water hose. So you can spray way up in the soffit and the eaves of your house.
Got them in stock, folks. So there you go. 30 seconds outdoor cleaner.
Plenty of them.
Wipes out dirt, grime, algae, mold, and mildew. So there you go. And then you got it in the gallon jug too. But this one will hook right up the water hose.
Some people want to concentrate that they can go ahead and brush on if they've got a whole lot of clay, maybe it's spattered up on, something, and they're just not sure. They want to not put a little elbow grease with it. They can mix this with their hot water, warm water, whatever, and use it. Some people, they like to just use a sprayer. They've got their sprayer that they put their cleaners in, so they mix it according to directions, put their water in, go out there and spray, leave it a little bit, and then go back and spray it off with clean water.
It's all right here, folks. Big John's Closeouts in downtown Elizabeth. And so this is the Ready Seal. As you talk about, this particular stain would be pecan, but there is, it's 2, 6, there's 8 different stains. The product of choice by the professionals, ready to go here in a gallon. So it gazebos. I'm trying to read out my glasses. Decks, fences, exterior shakes and shingles, wood siding, gazebos, patio covers, log homes. It's all right here. Got a ton of it in stock. Again, this is, and you got all the different shades. This particular one's called
Yes,
pecan.
we're in good shape now. We've got all of our stock in, so we're ready to go. When you're ready, we're ready. We've got all your applications. We've got special brushes and stuff of that nature that's made for that product. We've also got all your Worcester brushes, rollers, pans, pan liners, extension handles. We've got everything you'd need to be able to do fencing, decking, keep you from having to bend over and be on your knees all day long.
Look, here's what I'm showing you on the corner of this can. What's that big old American flag, greatest country in the world, says? This product is made in the USA. I love it. You try to do that as much as you can, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We really do. It's hopefully maybe as we try to get some of this manufacturing back with, some incentives and even with the tariffs and stuff. And I know people have differing views on how the tariffs are going to work. I guess time will tell. It's like anything. You sort of have to try to see what's going to work and what doesn't work, and then adapt it, to make it, where it works for both sides. So hopefully as time goes forward, we'll see some benefit of getting some more manufacturing back in America. I talked to a lady the other day that is looking at Eastern 8 through the Holston branch in Kingsport. And one of the requirements with one of the grants they've got is to build a home made with nothing but American-made products. And she said, we're beginning to really realize how hard that is, because nails and screws, most all that are imported. So much of your China products come from Mexico or China or wherever. So even to get, commodes, laboratories and stuff like that's began to be a little bit of a difficult thing. So many of your appliances, except for your very, very highest end appliances, they're all imported. So I told her, I said, we'll help you what we can. We'll find American-made lumber and stuff of that nature. I can get you faucets made in America and stuff of that nature. But I said, some of that stuff I don't know. We're just going to have to try to work really hard at it.
Hopefully that'll change. I know I looked the other night. In fact, I typed in things made in America, tools and products made in America. I didn't realize Gorilla Glue was made in America. That's an American product.
Yeah, and we stock that and their tape and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah, and we also buy from them some small hand tools, utility knives, screwdrivers, and stuff like that.
He mentioned the Wooster paintbrushes, made in USA. So be loyal, buy local. In this case, buy American. Keep our Americans working. Chinese, whatever. But we like to keep our Americans working, getting a paycheck, and
Oh,
take that
yes,
money and put it right back in the
absolutely.
economy. So
That's right.
you have one more product. What do you want to
Well,
show,
we
sir?
were going to talk a little bit, as you look at doing outdoor things, a lot of times people start thinking about their siding needs and stuff of that nature, especially some of your older homes or homes that's been many years since it's been remodeled. We stock a vinyl siding and a Dutch lap. We stock 4 colors. They're checked there with a Sharpie, white, of course, and you've got a natural clay, a gray, and then you've got a Savannah wicker, which is a little bit lighter in a beige type color. We stock those. We stock a white soffit that's both solid, center vent, and all vented in the soffit, to go on your eaves. We stock all of your J-channel, starter strip, outside corner, inside corners, finish trim. We've got everything you need to do your siding project as well as your insulation to go behind it, fan fold, or the 4x8 sheets, and we've got your anchor screws, the whole bit. So you can start your project here with your vinyl siding. You can finish it here. We have the trim coil in the textured, which is the wood grain look, and we have it also in smooth, it's reversible, white and brown. We can order other colors of the trim coil if you're looking to do a particular color, a beige, a clay, or whatever. We can get that also.
Here's the amazing part of our segment. When I come over, I love talking to this guy. You know why? There's not a single note anywhere. It's all product knowledge. Now, you go to some of the big box places. I've done this in the past, and they go, I'm going on break. Not my department. I hear that from time to time when I go to other places. This man right here, it's all product knowledge because he owns a store. Been in the business for how long?
48 years.
48 years. He's forgot more than we know.
I forgot a lot.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I've lost a lot of hair, too.
Well, that's okay. That happens. Join the club. I'm right there with you. But everything he just told you about this product, everything we've talked about, not one single note here on the table. It's all product knowledge. So what's that mean to you out there when you come in here and you ask for a problem? Because they're problem solvers. I got this going on, or this thingamajig don't work, or this has got a crack it, whatever the problem is. They're problem solvers, and they do a wonderful job. How many folks you got working today? You got a whole crew, don't you?
I've got a pretty good crew. Yeah, I've got about 10 of them here today.
They're getting
working
after it.
inside and stuff of that nature and out in the yard. Also wanted to mention that we also are going to have a number of specials on water hoses. Probably this week as I get them in and get them checked in today. I'll be putting them out on the floor. And there's some pretty good deals on water hoses that'll be anywhere from $10 to $15 off what the normal price was. We bought them in the winter.
They just came out of a great Cabot. They're going to have another one for Memorial Day, but a Cabot sale where they had $15 off on a gallon. Per gallon, the Cabot stain, deck stain. So they're going to have another one that's going into the holiday, the next big holiday, well, next big ones.
Yeah, Memorial weekend.
Yeah, Mother's Day's right around the corner. In fact, I want you to bring during the break the little vacuum that I bought.
Oh, yeah, I've got it. I've got that and the little small trimmers. Wonderful Mother's Day's gift.
Absolutely.
Where they can put in their vehicle, recharge it, vacuum out the front floorboard, the seats, whatever they need.
Mm-hmm. Bring that, and I'm going to show it off here during the next break.
We'll
You're
do it.
coming back talking steel here in a little while, right?
Yes, that'll be the next segment.
So how big is this store, square footage? Ballpark?
Ballpark, we're somewhere around 30,000, somewhere in that area.
Chock full, folks. Everything you need. This is your one-stop shop right here, and it's all local. Be loyal, buy local. These are the folks you go to church with, play ball with. You see them out in the stores. So I always emphasize that. Be loyal, buy local, support our local businesses. This is a mom and pop business right here in Elizabeth and Big John's Closeouts, where we hammer high prices. And so your hours, you're open or what?
We're here 7:30 to 6, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 on Saturday, and we are closed on Sunday.
On the Lord's Day. Now, the camera on this computer is not going to do it justice as these different colors. You need to come in and see for yourself because you can look at this display, obviously, when you come in. So, 'tis the season. Saw some folks here today looking at vinyl flooring. We'll talk about the next segment, too. And also cabinets. My man Reese puts cabinets together. Found that out there.
Oh, yes.
He's
Yes,
a
he
cabinet
does.
man.
Yeah, Reese is getting ready to move on, though. Probably next month will be his last month. He's going to go on into his electrical apprenticeship. He wants to be an electrician, and I'm all for it. I think that's a good deal. So I'm looking now to hire his replacement.
He's a great kid. Great young man.
Yes, he is. Very
Reese
good.
Sauer. Oh, great kid. Great family. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. He'll come back and join us here in a little while. We're going to talk some Tennessee sports next. As we said, yesterday they got him a quarterback. So Mr. Aguilar coming in from UCLA by way of Appalachian State. We'll talk about that right after this from the Jewelers Bench, where we'll be on Thursday. Speaking of Mother's Day and graduation, we'll be on the Jewelers Bench pushing jewelry for the graduates and for Mom. Mom's Day is coming up 2 weeks from Sunday. It's hard to believe it. Somebody go day was Thanksgiving.
No, I mean, where's the year going?
It's
I mean, it's flying.
unbelievable. Yes. Mother's Day in 2 weeks. Back after this on the Tom Dolan Sports Show. Show number, they said it wouldn't work. 2,272nd show today. We're on the roll. We're heading for 2,300 on the Tom Dolan Sports Show.
Good deal.
Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
Here you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
it's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom and pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show, back live here at Big John's Closeouts in downtown Elizabeth. And behind us cabinets, of course, have a whole display here that you can't see off camera. All the different colors and styles of cabinetry you can get in order right here. Over there are the toilets, sinks, vanity mirrors. That's just in this one section right here. 30,000 square feet of shopping for you with help. That's the best part. You get help. You don't go, like I said, I've been to the big box store. They say, not my department or I'm going on break. You talking about pulling somebody's chain. Good night. It's like, okay, I'm in here to spend money, and as long as I'm spending money, you got a job. You're going to tell me you ain't got time to wait on me? I mean, all I want is just point me to whatever department that said, I don't have time, where I'm going on break. So, gotcha. All right. So, here's the verse of the day. We always dedicate our broadcast to man that hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. Today's verse is Isaiah 40, 28, 29 says, do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow weary or tired, and his understanding no one can fathom. Amen. Verse 29 says, he gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. That's the verses of the day for the broadcast. All right, so you got a new quarterback coming in. Young man from UCLA by way of Appalachian State, Joey Aguilar, is the new man for Tennessee, apparently. The deal that he has finalized and come to Tennessee is similar to what he had at UCLA. He had $1.2 million left at UCLA on his deal. His new deal, Tennessee, is close to that. He's already made more than $200,000 playing quarterback for the UCLA Bruins. Nico Amalevin's there, and so he said, Joey Amalevin, I'm coming to Knoxville. So there you go. Heupel, I did not realize this. He never heard from Nico. Now, I'm going to say one more time, I wish this young man the best. But he has been textbook how to not do somebody. I mean, are you kidding me? They went to the NCAA to petition this guy to get him eligible. They took care of him financially in a big-time way, obviously. You know all that. So for him just to walk away, he did call the offensive coordinator on Thursday night last week and said, I'm not coming back. I'm entering the portal. There you go. That morning, Heupel, who said he never heard from Nico, told the team that he's no longer part of the program. So, again, I wish him the best. Lord died for him, too, the way I always look at things. But you know what? How to treat people, that's not how you do it. Tennessee deserved better than that, how he treated him as he left. But that's how he did it, and he's gone. So Aguilar, the Sun Belt Conference newcomer of the year back in 2023, started 24 games during his 2 years at Appalachian State, set a school record 4,002 yards of total offense his first season with the Mountaineers. Another school record for the regular season was 33 touchdown passes. His numbers dipped some in 2024, 3,000 passing yards and 23 touchdowns. His career best was 424 yards on 32 completions in a win over East Carolina. Aguilar was intercepted 14 times last season and threw 24 during his 2-year career at Appalachian State. A lot of factors involved in it. We don't know exactly why it happened. I mean, you don't know, but Aguilar is on. He's there, and so the other two, and here's the thing, he's only good for 1 year. He has 1 year of eligibility. So the other guy's coming, Faison Brandon, I believe the other guy's name, and he is coming to town. He'll be in here next year. Yeah, there it is, Faison Brandon. Faison Brandon, number 1 prospect in the class of 2026. Currently committed to Tennessee. Why would you not be? It's going to be your job, looks like. The other two quarterbacks, Jake Merklinger and George McIntyre, are still there. They'd like to have the opportunity, and I'm sure they will because Aguilar is there just for 1 year. Then this next kid coming in, Faison, Faizon, Faison Brandon, the number 1 quarterback in the country, committed to Tennessee. So the Volunteers in a pretty good shape, you would think, heading into the offseason with the quarterback. So Aguilar is coming, so puts them 3 now in the camp. Who's to say that they still won't get somebody else? I think the transfer portal is good through Friday, if I remember correctly. So NFL draft coming up on Thursday, so which really has nothing to do. But the college portal is open, I think, I'm pretty sure through Friday. Now, I got an interesting story. I love this story. Apparently, the state government, the future of the TSSAA is up in the air. Legislators say they would research options for state involvement. You have two state senators, Bo Watson and Scott Cepicki of Hoop'em Center, right? Cepicky, called for greater transparency and accountability. I would agree 120%. Arguing that parents and high school students should have greater representation within the organization. State leaders announced they would research the possibility of either dissolving the TSSAA entirely or bringing it under state control. They're on the radar. I love it. Should be. You know what I've told you on this show, time and time again. For example, next week starts the the baseball tournament, postseason tournament. To flip the camera on to stream a baseball tournament game is $250 a game. A game. Well, what does that mean? That means you have the privilege of turning on the camera and streaming a baseball game, and the TSSAA gets $250 a game. Football playoffs per game. Every school, not just Tom Taylor, everybody that's streaming a high school football playoff game in Tennessee every Friday night, it's $750 a game. Going to the TSSAA. What do you get in return for that, Tom? You get the privilege of hitting that power button on the camera, turn the camera on. Highway robbery. Where does the money go? It goes in the coffers. What do you get for it? I mean, what do you get in return? The privilege of streaming the ball game. Totally wrong. I have said this. I have told them down there, and they don't appreciate it, but that's okay because I'm right. This is, at the end of the day, it's all about promoting the student athletes in this not in this country, but in this state. That's what it's all about. So, anyway, having said all that, the state legislature introduced a bill that would have allowed high school athletes to transfer one time without any eligibility restrictions. The TSSAA amended the bylaw that allowed students a free transfer due to significant academic, social, emotional, environmental, or mental health needs. The bill nearly passed, but was ultimately deferred to the February 2026 calendar, so it's not in. It hasn't happened yet. It's not going to now till February of next year. We went down this trail the last 2 weeks ago about this bill, which is crazy. I'm a hot rod football player. That school there wants me to come play for them. But I can't transfer. I just transfer. If I transfer, then I got to have a reason. I can't go because I want to play football. I got to say, I'm being bullied in class. They got better academics. Some veil of an excuse. The bottom line is I want to go play ball. So now the state government says the TSSAA, they need more accountability. And they do. I agree with 100%. Nobody down there has ever explained to me why it necessitates a $750 bill per football game to stream student athletes in the state of Tennessee. It's not just Tom Taylor. It's anybody. Pick a school that wants to stream the high school football playoff game. You get clipped $750 a game. Now, baseball starts next week. $250 a game for a baseball game. So that's why you're more than likely to just have audio next week. Why aren't you streaming it? It's $250 a game. You can add up pretty quick. Well, in football, if you go 4 rounds, if you get to the state championship in football, which we did 3 straight years, won it 2, it was $3,000 to stream the ball games to get you a chance to see the playoff games of Cyclone football. That is crazy. If they were standing right here, I'd tell them it's wrong. It's just that simple. So, number one, what is the need to stream? Why are you penalizing somebody that wants to promote student athletes? You're making your money. Now, should there be a fee? I don't have a problem paying a fee. I don't guess, but $750 a game for football, and now baseball starts next week and softball. $250 a game. Volleyball, to stream a volleyball postseason game, tournament game, $250. Having said all that, the TSSAA is on the radar now. The state government says, hold everything here. They want to either dissolve the TSSAA or bring them in under state involvement, which I think is an excellent idea. So, because I was told down there that it stops and starts right here. That's what I was told. That's what, who do I go argue this with? Because this is not right. And they said it stops and starts right here with us. So, am I doing myself any favors now talking about them? Probably not, but that's okay. That is okay because I'm right. So, case in point, the 2020 state football championship. Joseph Taylor knows where I was at. You know where I called the football game, the state championship? Chattanooga? On the roof. On the roof. On the roof. On the roof. With 2 chairs and a folding table. Have at it, big guy, with an extension cord. What's the forecast? Scattered showers. What do I do? You're on the roof. Gotcha. So, on the roof, was there a railing, any kind of safety? No, it's just up on the roof. At, I can't remember the name of the stadium now. Used to be, doesn't matter. Whatever the stadium was where Chattanooga plays, where they play the state football championship. So anyway, TSSAA is on the radar with the state government, and they should be. So more transparency and more accountability. Absolutely, I agree with it 100%. All right, he's here. Joseph Taylor's in the house. Joey Aquilar is this guy who we need for Tennessee football. Is Amen who we need to be Nate? Big Nate's in the house now as a Tennessee basketball player. Talking a little Tennessee sports. Get his take on what all is going on in the wacky world of college athletics. It's wacky. It gets wackier by the day. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're at Big John's Closeouts, where they hammer high prices. That 1-gallon sprayer, $10.99, regular $16. Got it on sale while they last for $10.99. Joseph Taylor next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oil.
buy local. He's up against the big boy chains. We know that. Why Big John's Closeouts? What do you feel like separates you from the chains?
Well, I think there's a number of factors I think that go into that. Number one, we're local folks. We shop with you all in other places. We go to church with you. We're involved in civic organizations with you. What money you spend here stays here. You know, it goes to support the payroll and, of course, local taxes. As far as that goes, it also supports a lot of nonprofits as well as sports teams, little leagues, softball, all kind of different things we try to support. We support all the high schools, both city and county, you know, either through, fence signs or gymnasium signs or whatever with yearbooks and the whole bit. So, what you're spending local is staying local. And also we believe, customer service. I came up through the Patey Lumber Company ranks from many years ago. 1977 is when I started. And if you didn't get up and wait on people, or you didn't speak to people, or you didn't try to help people, you wouldn't go to stick around very long. So you learned, that it was important not only to try to just ask people, but to listen, find out what they're trying to do, find out ways that you can help them as far as that goes. And so all that's very important to us.
There you go, folks. Be loyal, buy local, support them. Big John's Closeouts here in downtown Elizabeth with the hammer high prices. Great sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Big John's Closeouts. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Hello to Becky Hicks, hello to Colin Knight, hello to John Corn, Steve Shipley, your coach out in Middle Tennessee, Johnny Markland, Lynn Barnett, Ashley Blevins, Tim McCamus, Tim Andrews, Amy Whitson, Jeremy Marler, Debbie Prophet, Diane Cup, Johnny Markland, some of the kids watching the show. Had over 3,000 views last night with the baseball game. Thank you. That was an awesome game. We're trailing 6-1. Rally to win 9-6, playing for the conference championship. Regular season tonight. 5 o'clock first pitch. Tennessee I coming to town. 4:45 airtime. Coach Corn will be here at 12:30. Talk about it. We were down 6-1 and rallied and beat them 9-6.
That's impressive.
Oh, Bryson Rowland 9 strikeouts. J.D. Hooks went 3 for 4, 2 doubles and an RBI. Jack Blevins went 3 for 3 and drove in 3. I'm doing this from memory. Marshall Holtzclaw, the freshman, had a RBI double. Evan Chambers had an RBI single, if I remember correctly. 2-run single for Chambers. These guys are freshmen. We got 16 freshmen on the team.
That's amazing. I mean, and getting varsity time and coming up clutch, that can't ask for more than that.
In the 7th inning last night, you had 2 seniors on the field. You had Buckles in center and Roland on the mound. Everybody else underclassmen. Loaded for next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exciting time. So, all right, Joey Aquilar, did we get the guy we want? Is this just to go out and grab somebody, or is this guy legit?
When I knew I was going to be on the show and I saw last night that he had committed, I started watching some highlight tapes, and the thing that pops off to me is that he's not scared to push the ball down the field. He's not scared to make a big throw, to try to put it in there, and that's stuff you can't coach. You have to be willing to put the ball, to get it out there, to put it in tight windows. I think that was a little bit of the problem with Nico some last year. He held on to the ball a little too long, didn't want to put it in tight windows, but sometimes you just got to go for it. So I guess Tennessee and UCLA completed the first ever de facto trade in college football. So never know what's going to happen, do you?
No. Not really. It's crazy. I mean, it really is the wild, wild west, as we call it, but it really is. College football's, I think it's out of control. I don't know how you're going to get it back to some sense of being normal, but it's, he's getting $1.2 million to come to Tennessee. And as I told Mike before you got here a while ago, I'm driving back from taking the granddaughter to school today. I'm on Interstate 26, and I'm zipping up and down through there, and I look, it's bumper to bumper. It's heavy traffic, going to work, going to school, going to wherever, and I'm thinking, how many people out here today are making any of these cars when I'm down the road making $1.2 million? You got a 19, whatever he is, 20-year-old kid making $1.2 million for throwing a football. and most of us out there just beating our head against the wall, just trying to make a living, keep the lights on, stay above, don't drown, stay above
Yeah,
water,
for
right?
Sure. Well, and you know, the way I look at it, Tennessee was going to be paying Nico 2.2, right? So now you're paying Aguilar 1.2. That money's already budgeted. They need to go out and hit the transfer portal, spend that money. Like don't just leave it hanging now. Go out and try to surround this guy with some playmakers.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do. Like you don't want to punt on a whole season, so just see if you can take that $1 million and turn it into two or three more players.
I know Squirrel's gone.
Yeah.
How's the receiving corps?
The receiving corps is going to be super young. Like you're talking Mike Matthews, Staley, they're both going to be true sophomores. So you got a young receiving corps. If somebody enters the portal, they should go for them. They've got the money to spend now.
So we could use some more receivers?
Yeah, we could use at least one more receiver. Probably we could use a defensive lineman. So that money needs to be spent. It doesn't need to be just put up. Like you've already budgeted it, so spend it.
Mm-hmm. Josh Heupel's a quarterback by trade. We know that, what he did at Oklahoma. So the Vols haven't had a quarterback throw more than 5 interceptions in a single season under Heupel. So he gets these guys, whether it's Hooker or Milton. Nico, as I said many times, even when he was playing, he was overrated. I thought, boy, did I catch it for saying that too. Well, I can't believe you'd say that. Well, I was right. Turned out I was right. I'm not right most of the time, but I got that one right. I'll never forget at the fall festival at our church. We was out there talking. I can't remember who they were playing. We were listening on the radio. And I said, well, he threw an interception, and he said, well, he's overrated. And these guys walk away. I can't believe you'd say that. I can't. He's the future of our team. I said, he may be, but he ain't right now because he's not, And so, as I said earlier, I wish him the very best. But train rolls on. We got Aguilar now coming to town. So.
Did you see where Nico's younger brother?
Yeah.
He was at Arkansas. He enters the portal. He's going to UCLA. So I mean, you can't tell me that all this stuff isn't scripted. Like that was the plan. So who knows how much his brother got off of Arkansas? And he was literally there. He enrolled early, so he enrolled in December. He's been there December through April. And he's going to get money from them. Now he's going to go to UCLA. Like this, I'm with you. That something needs to change. I don't know. I don't even know how you can get the toothpaste back in the tube at this point, though.
Biggest disappointment of that whole story for Nico. I'm going to move on. Heupel came out and said he never heard from him. The guy he called the offensive coordinator Joey Halz. Is that Hazel? Halzle, the offensive coordinator.
Hazley, I believe.
Hazley, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Called him and said, I ain't coming back. Never called Heupel. Now, they went to, am I right? Did they not go to the NCAA on his behalf for his eligibility?
Oh, they sure did.
Went to bat for him.
Yep.
Paid him the money they paid him.
They sued the NCAA.
Yeah. So, that's right. You're right. So, as I said at the outset of the show, he is textbook on how not to treat somebody.
Nope.
Josh Heupel deserved better than that. I mean, what he did with this kid, he never heard from him. Now, that's just gutless, I'll just tell you. That's what it is. It's gutless. Come on now. Man up. Call and say, Coach, I'm not coming back. And if he wants to chew on you, let him chew on you. He has that privilege. Or he may have said, good luck. Knowing Hype would probably just say, good luck, wish you the best. But not even contacting, that's nah. You don't do that. But.
So from what I understand, he practiced on Thursday, right? Goes to a dinner at the offensive coordinator's house. They go to a dinner. Nico's there. Friday, he doesn't show up for practice, won't answer the calls, won't answer the text messages. Then all of a sudden, he calls the offensive coordinator, says, I'm entering the portal. I mean, come on, you got, I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I wonder how much of this is Nico, how much of it is his dad, because his dad seems to have some type of weird control over him, and that I almost feel sorry for Nico in a way, because he seems like he just can't stand up to his own dad.
So if you pulled that shenanigan and went back into the Taylor house, what kind of repercussions you have if you did somebody that way? Who would get you first?
My mom. You better treat people with
Absolutely.
kindness and with respect.
Absolutely.
And oh yeah, that would have never flown. I tell you, even though I would be maybe 20 years old, if that's what Nico is, 19, she'd have dragged me by the arm. We'd have went to the Tennessee football offices. We'd have had a face-to-face conversation. There's no, a phone call wouldn't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you a story. You want to hear a quick story about old
Yeah,
Tom
let's
back
hear a
in the day?
story.
Oh, yes. good
Story
stuff.
time.
Yeah, well, my grade slipped below what he wanted me to have on the basketball team. He being my father, United States Marine, Semper Fi. So he said, "Here's what we're going to do. You slipped below the level I wanted you to have. So you're going to turn in your tennis shoes. You're going to turn in. You're going to take a hiatus from the basketball team till you get your grades up." I am. You are. And here's what we're going to do, and we did. We're going to go in there. You're going to tell the coach and the team. And I'm going to stand outside the door. Listen to. You're going to explain to them. You let them down because you don't have the grades you're supposed to have. So I got to get away from the team to get my grades up. Now you talking about walking into a locker room and telling the team, I got to let you down. I'm going to be gone for a while. Don't get my grades up. So that's how I was raised. So
I got a quick story for you too. I went to Tweetsy Railroad as part of a youth group, and
you messed up, didn't you?
well, so we went to the games, and we were playing skee ball, and I told the attendant that the skee ball game had taken my money so I could get a free game. I didn't put any money in there. So I got home and somehow confessed it to my mom. She had me write a handwritten letter to the Tweetsy Railroad and return the $1 or whatever
There you go.
that I got from them. So yeah, the accountability was big.
Oh yeah. You know how fast I got my grades turned around? I got my shoes back in a week. So I went back on the team in a week. I was like,
You-
how embarrassing.
You were
So,
asking, could I do extra credit?
I did whatever I
what
could
could
do. Paint, mop the floors, wipe down the chalkboards, clean windows. Just please get me back
Yep.
on the team.
Yeah.
Good lesson. I forgot that. That was a long time ago. I
I,
have not forgot that.
and our girls, they get frustrated with us because we tell them, you're going to be respectful, you're going to be kind. Like oh, Daddy, you don't understand. So and so hard to be kind to. Like, we don't want to hear it.
No.
Like you be
No.
even kinder. You
Yeah.
know.
Yep. Well, I used to give an excuse. Well, the kid down the street, they don't do it. He said, I'm not
Mhm.
raising them.
Yep.
I'm not responsible for those kids down the street. I'm responsible for you.
Catherine and Emma have heard that 1,000 times. God gave us Catherine and Emma. They didn't give us, so and so.
That's it. By the way, your wife is watching, so hello, Mrs. Taylor.
Hey, babe.
Babe. Hello, Mrs. Taylor. That's his babe. So remember, Mother's Day is in 2 weeks.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't forget. You're a great husband, and she's a great wife. So Aguilar is coming. So won 14 games to over 6,760 yards and 56 touchdowns at App State. So the Sun Belt Newcomer of the Year, transferred from Diablo Valley College to App State, now to UCLA and back to Tennessee. So, Aguilar
Now
is
that's
coming.
that's a route right there. That is a career path.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Diablo Valley College, Appalachian State, UCLA, and Tennessee.
That, I've been everywhere,
yeah,
man.
that's Johnny Cash. Exactly right. He has 1 year of eligibility. The one they're waiting on is Faison Brandon. This kid's the number one prospect. So he'll be there next year. So you got 1 year with this young man. And also Merklinger and McIntyre still down there. So it kind of, I would think if I knew he's going to be here for 1 year, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to hang right in here and see if I can beat this guy out.
Well, the thing is, the Aguilar's going to come in. There's going to be a three-way competition, and then when Brandon comes in next year, there'll be a competition again. Tennessee was expecting the spring of 2026 to be a competition. Everybody kind of thought Nico would go pro after this year anyways. So, you've sped it up a year. If you're Merklinger or you're George McIntyre, you've got a chance to win this job.
Absolutely.
You're going to have a guy come in that's going to be way behind the eight ball. He's only going to have 4 months to learn the offense. You can take this thing by the reins, and you can be the quarterback, and you can get out there. There's no guarantee that Aguilar is going to start. I've heard that Merklinger has a pretty good shot at being a QB1. So we'll see. He's if I would be surprised if Merklinger or McIntyre transferred. Seems like both of those guys are ready for a competition. See who can win this job.
I'm excited. I think, and of course, at the end of the day, Josh Heupel's a quarterback coach. The guy played it.
Yeah.
He played it. So he knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
I mean, look what it is, Milton.
Yeah.
At Hooker. These guys are tremendous talents, but still, he refined them, and look where they are now. They're doing a pretty good job. I mean, Milton, I'll be surprised he didn't start for the Cowboys because I think they're getting soured pretty quick on Dak Prescott. So we'll see if he can't break through and be the starter for the Cowboys. Joe Milton for Tennessee now with the Cowboys down in Dallas. We're talking to our buddy. We're live here again at Big John's Closeout. So in the basketball arena, the big boy's got a big 6'10". Amen. Nate Ament, 6'10", said no to Louisville, Duke, Kentucky, coming to play for Rick Barnes in Tennessee. That's huge.
That is, he is the highest rated recruit to ever sign with Tennessee. Number 4 player in the nation, 5-star plus they call him. They couldn't be more excited about him. And so I was reading up a little bit on him because I didn't know if we'd be talking about it or not. But they said he can handle the ball for his size, 3-level scorer. And the thing is, I guarantee you this: you come to Tennessee, you're going to play defense.
Mm-hmm.
Don't matter who you are, 5-star plus does not matter.
Mm-hmm.
You will play defense. So I'm excited. Like, you know, they're waiting to hear from Rodney Rice, the guard. If he transfers in, he's completely reloaded. You know,
Well, you pick up Jacoby Gillespie
Yeah.
from Greenville
for sure.
by way of Maryland, which is a big pickup. And now you've got a bigger pickup in a literal sense, 6'10", Nate Ament, and this guy can go. So, you know, Tennessee basketball, the Lady Vols got 5 number 1 recruits, McDonald's All-American, so it's good to be a Vol right now.
It's a great time to be a Vol. You know, you can be doom and gloom about the quarterback situation, but you have to think that with Heupel's offense, whoever he puts out there is going to take care of the ball, going to have some throws to make. If you make the throws, you'll be successful. So yeah, you're talking every sport is just absolutely rolling.
Tennessee baseball travels to LSU this weekend. Tennessee right now 4th in the SEC, LSU at 3rd. They're both 12-8 in the conference. They'll play each other this weekend in Baton Rouge. So the defending national champs have kind of stumbled a bit, but that's okay. Get you ready for the tournament.
I mean, they're losing games, but the thing is, it seems like their problems are fixable. You're talking about walks and errors. That stuff, you can clean that stuff up. You know, if you were getting just absolutely pounded, it'd be different. But they're not. They're kind of beating themselves, which in a way you hate to see it, but at least that's correctable.
How old were you when you had to write that letter to Tweety Trail?
Let's see. I think I was 8 years old.
There you go.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I remember it. And then, another story, when I was a freshman, I played freshman basketball, and I decided one day after school I was just going to lay out a practice. I didn't want to go. So Mom's like, okay, you know what? You're going to work in the Ivy Hall kitchen. As a freshman in high school, I washed every dish from supper that night. Every single dish. You think I missed any more practices? No, sir. No, sir.
A lot of dishes. Lots of dishes.
Lots of dishes. And I thought they'd take it easy on me because I was the owner's son. They were like, day off. Wash that, Joseph.
Oh, really?
Oh, they
poured it on.
Oh, boy.
You probably told them to.
I think. Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was washing dishes that they were just finding. You know.
They brought him from outside.
Yeah.
The neighbors said,
Yeah.
hey, we got Joseph washing dishes back there. Let's bring him in there.
Yeah, it's go time.
But that's okay. You lived through it, didn't you?
I sure did.
And you're a
And
better man
I mean,
because of
most
it.
definitely. And you know, I guess the girls asked me, was your mom strict? And looking back, like when you're in it, you think, oh wow, yeah, this is so strict. But really, she just wanted what was best, and that's the same the way we're trying to raise our girls. They think we're the strictest parents ever, but I mean, we're not. We just want you to be good citizens.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You want to hear another one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good
Story
one.
time.
Oh, it's story time.
I like story time.
Good time. So I mowed yards. I'd gotten $7.
Hey, bud.
I was in grade school. Pushed my guts out. It was hot, so I got $7. Went down to the local filling station. Had a pinball machine back in the back. I'm feeding that thing. Bing, 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 bing. So here comes my father, who was against us playing only because he thought it was a waste of money, and it is. So I'm back going bing, 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 bing. So I said, he come in to get some gas and more. I said, Dad, come back here. He said, what you doing, son? I said, look up here. I said, I'm so good. My name's second from the top. Says Tom. I got like 5,720 points. Isn't that cool? Ding, 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 ding. I'm hitting this little. You want to play? He said, no, I don't think so. No, I got things to do. I'll see when you get home. So, okay. Little did I know, just Antonia's voice was not going to be good. So, I jump on my bicycle. I was in grade school, and I rocket on back to the house. He says, hey, he was out on the porch. He was, I'll never forget this. He was peeling apples. He said, hey, come here a minute. So, okay. So we go into the bathroom. Uh-oh, what's this all about? So we go into the bathroom. He said, what'd you get today mowing the yard? What'd you get? I said, $7. What you got left? I said, $5 $1 bills. He said, what'd you spend on it? I said, well, I spent $2.25. But I said, I'm second. My name's second on the list, Dad. I'm doing really good. He said, okay, that's great. Let me see this other $5. I said, okay. Took me opened up the commode. Flushed them. Gone. What? Why did you do that? He said, When you get out, what do you have to show for the pinball machine? You worked all that hard for that money, pushing that in that hot weather, pushing that lawnmower, and the $2 you had that you worked your tail off to get it, you wasted it down there on the pinball machines. If you don't care anymore, I'll just go ahead and flush this down too. He flushed all $5 down the toilet. That was it. There you
Oh
go.
my goodness!
Never touched another pinball machine.
Wow.
And you know what? He's right.
Yeah.
You got nothing for it. So
I mean, that's
that's tough.
some bold parenting right there.
That's tough love there, brother.
Most
So I'm
definitely.
thinking, that was my 5 $1 bills. He said, yeah, maybe next time you go there and mow next week, you'll put it in your pockets to wasting on a pinball machine. Come on out on the porch and sit and talk to me. It's like, oh, I hardly wait to do that,
Oh
Dad.
yeah, I really want to talk to you after you just flushed my $5
$5
down the toilet.
down the toilet. So tough.
Wasn't that always the worst part? Was the talk after the discipline?
Oh,
like that was.
absolutely.
I think about getting spanked by my mom, and then she'd be like, "Let's talk about it." I'm thinking the last thing in the world I want to do is talk about this right now.
He never screamed, never hollered. He look at you and go, I'm really disappointed in you.
Oh
And you just want to go cry. I mean, you just go down over the hill and cry. It's like, I don't
Man.
want to disappoint my daddy.
no.
I'm disappointed in you. It's like, oh. So, anyway, that's story time with Tom and Joseph.
You know, the thing is, I love coming on this show because you don't give me an agenda. We just whatever we want to talk about, we talk about.
Oh, absolutely.
I love it.
There's no notes. We're winging it.
Yep.
Just a couple of good old boys, never meaning no harm.
That's
Just
right.
talking.
Absolutely.
So we're here again at Big John's Closeouts where they hammer high prices. So Ivy Hall Nursing Home, you've washed a few dishes in your day.
I've washed some dishes. I have. I've cleaned some floors. I've helped take care of residents, like whatever it takes. I've done it, and now as the social worker, I try to make sure people are happy, and then I help them if they're going home. You know, setting up all their discharge plans and stuff like that. So I've done almost everything
Yeah,
at the Ivy
awesome.
Hall. Yeah.
That's good. One of these days you may be running it. Maybe yours. You never know. So NFL drafts on Thursday. Now we're hearing more about Dion's boy, Shandor. Is that his name? Shandor. Shandor.
Something like that.
Yeah. So he and then Travis Hunter came out and said, "Unless I go both ways, I'm not playing. So unless I get drafted, and I'll just retire." And I'm thinking, well, first off, you're not you can't retire from something you're not doing.
No.
No, you can't. So I didn't understand his logic that if I don't get a chance to go both ways in the NFL, I'm not going to play. I'm just going to retire.
I can't believe we're in a place where people try to dictate like what
No.
if you don't let me do this, I'm going to do that. Well, once you're drafted, you're pretty much going to do what the team wants you to do, right?
The man signs your check is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Or that's what it used to be. So if I walked in and told Mike Barnett, if you don't go down across the street there at Jay's and give me a couple of hot dogs and a lemonade or whatever they got over there, I said, by God, I'm not doing the show today. What do you think your response would be?
Bye.
See ya. See when you can come back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not buying you a hot dog and two hot dogs and lemonade. I mean, he would, but
Yeah.
my
right.
point is,
Yeah. No, I get it.
the tail's wagging the dog here.
No. If a team looks at Travis Hunter and they think you're most valuable on one side of the ball or the other, that's what they're going to do.
Mhm.
If they think you're going to get totally spent playing both ways and never get a break, they're not going to do that. They're gonna put you in the best position to be successful.
Now, if I thought that he was good enough to go both ways, then yeah, I'd give him a shot at it, no question. But for him to come in and say, I'm either going to go both ways or I'm not playing,
Yeah.
nah, you're not going to no. I'm going to buck up on you. You're not going to tell me I'm signing your check. Here's what, if I want you to be linebacker, this is what I want you to do.
Exactly.
For the money I'm paying you,
Yep.
You're going to do whatever I want you to do, whether it's Travis Hunter or anybody else. So we'll see. NFL draft will be coming up on Thursday night. We'll see. Who's your pro football team? Do you have one?
I don't really have one.
We never talk much about
We don't
that.
talk about but I was kind of waiting to see. I kind of thought Nico, I was going to kind of follow him, and whoever drafted him was going to be my team. I'm waiting for one of the former Tennessee quarterbacks to become a starter somewhere, and I'm going to, kind of make that my NFL team. I kind of thought Josh Dobbs, but then now he's kind of a backup. Hendon Hooker can't seem to crack the field. I mean, he's behind Jared Goff. So, Joe Milton, if he was a starter, I'd pull for them. Like I want one of the Tennessee quarterbacks to become a starter somewhere.
Yeah. Well, Milton's got a pretty good shot at getting the Cowboys, I think. So,
Yeah, because I've heard they want to trade Dak. I don't know if anybody would want to take on that monster contract, but who knows?
when you talk about these guys, it's more than just the talent. It's the checkbook that's come with them.
Yeah.
Some of these teams aren't financially solvent enough or have the ability to spend that kind of money on somebody, whether they're who they are. So it's not always the talent or lack thereof, or they're underperforming. A lot of times it's the monetary that comes with them.
Right. You are what you're being paid. So
Yep. So good stuff. We have a conference tournament championship coming up today. Cyclones and Tennessee High in baseball. Airtime 440 will video and
Tennessee High.
audio. Tennessee High coming to town. Yep.
Okay.
We are 9-1. They are 8-2, and so it'll be for the regular season championship. Tournament starts next week. In fact, speaking of, here comes the coach walking right through the door. So, what a comeback last night, an orange and black comeback. It
All
was
right.
awesome. I got jacked up. I got so cranked up, about blew the windows out of the press box. I got a little excited last night. So, anything else you want to leave us with, sir? I sure appreciate you coming.
No, thanks for having me, man. I'll turn it over to the coach. People would rather hear from the coach than a old boy like me.
There you go. So, here's what you learned today. Don't put your money in the pinball machine, because Daddy's going to throw it away. So
That's a good lesson.
flush it down the toilet. Shoo, me oh my. I can remember that like that was yesterday. So, that left a scar. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Coach Corn joins us next on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Senator Creighton, you're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it, because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bmycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations, or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Dillon Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family. We want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
And back on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. We had him yesterday. Got to have him back here today. Why? Because the old Raiders mantra, just win, baby. And he did yesterday. What a game. It was a fun game to call. I love calling games. Just the setting down there and the backstop and the view would give the fans. We had over 3,000 views already and still climbing, so we love it. We were down 6-1, and they were on us pretty good. And all of a sudden, we kept talking about that orange and black comeback. And here come the Cyclones. Man, what a total team effort to win that game.
Yeah, Tom, it really was, and it had been really easy for our young men to kind of quit there. I mean, Crockett has swung the bat in all 3 games we've played them.
Yep.
I think they scored 9 in one and 8 in the other. And, they came out of the gate swinging. We tried to do a little bit of a different switch up, if you will, there on the pitching and trying to get Carter Reese on the front. He's limited pitch count. He's coming off a little bit of an injury. And so we thought we could manage his pitch count much better on the front end and bring Roland in the back end. And we got down early. Ford's big swing of the bat there, I think, is in the third inning.
Third inning, yep.
Yeah, the third inning, the big 3-run home run was a pretty big blow. And for our young men to come back and scratch and answer in several innings there, to follow that up was pretty big.
So what'd you tell them? You're down 6-1. If you win last night and Tennessee Iowa wins, which they did, we'll be playing for the conference championship tomorrow night, which is tonight. So you're down 6-1 on the road to Crockett, which is a heck of they're, in my opinion, the best 10 and 17 team in the state. They can play. So what'd you tell the kids?
It's kind of the same thing. We have a few cues that we talk about, Tom, each and every day, and we don't come out and try to be someone else when we're down a few runs. We try to maintain and do what we do. We're going to be aggressive. I want them being aggressive at the plate and aggressive on the bases. And we'd been there before. You remind them, hey, we have been in games just like this before. Let's get them one at a time, and then put yourself in position in the late innings, 6th or 7th, where you have a fighting chance. And just to get one, I think in the 4th. And one in the 5th, those 2 single strikes kept us within, I guess, probably just the emotional reach, of that game, and then the kids played. Us coaches just try to encourage them and pat them on the butt, sometimes kick them in the rear, but that was more of a pat them on the butt yesterday. And let's go. We know what we're playing for.
And they do, and they responded.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we were down 6-1, winning 9-6. So. For the first time, I can't remember the last time I gave 5 kids a player of the game. Richard's probably going to kill me over poor Travis. He's I'm going to go out of business, dude. You're giving away 5 sandwiches, but they earned it. So you look at Roland with a sack fly RBI, and what he did on the mound, he struck out, 9, 10 kids?
10, I think. 10.
I got him with 9, but 9 or 10, either one, but still, out of the pen to do what he did. Awesome. J.D. Hooks, 3 for 4, 2 doubles and an RBI.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Blevins, 3 for 3 with 3 RBI, 3 for 4, 3 RBIs.
Yep.
Evan Chambers, 2 for 3 and 2 RBIs. That big 2-run single on a 2-strike count. That was a great hit by that freshman.
It was a game-changing swing of the bat.
Yep,
for sure.
No question. And then last young man, Marshall Holtzclaw. The first time we had a chance to call his name on the game this year. He goes in that number 9 spot, 2 for 4, the double and RBIs. So and scored twice. So you had kids up and down the lineup.
Yeah,
Team win.
Chambers and Holtzclaw there, both freshmen, playing the middle and in the dirt, and for them to be able to do that is big time. And we knew coming into the season that those 2 guys, and of course Alistair Sumner, who you called several times here, had some big hits, all 3 freshmen. We knew they were going to play a role in this team's success, and to get them out there and get their feet wet, and for them to come through for the program is huge. I mean, we're excited for them, and of course Ryan Jones. I think I told you yesterday, or maybe one of the times. I mean, he's been the silent MVP of the team, catching all those non-conference games where JD doesn't need to. So those freshmen are playing a big role, Tom.
At one point, when Reese was on the mound, you had 1 senior on the field. That was Buckles in center. That was it. And so that tells you the youth of this team. 16 freshmen, and he has no problem throwing them into the fire. And so tonight we come right back and play a team that defeated Unicoi County last night at Irwin. So we walk in with a record of 9-1. Tennessee at 8-2 for the regular season conference championship tonight. We're on. Field's taking some rain, but it's ready, right?
It's fine. We're fine there. Of course, we have the turf. Thanks to City of Elizabethton and Boyd Sports putting that turf down on Joe O'Brien. It's a game changer when it comes to being able to play some of these contests after a bit of precipitation like today.
4:40 airtime, first pitch, 5 o'clock. We'll stream it, video and audio, ready to go again for the championship. Tucker Taylor run the camera. So Tennessee High, you played them twice. It's the 3rd time through. You beat them the first 2 times, but once again, much like Crockett, much like Unicoi County, and even East, Tennessee High's got a really, really good baseball team.
Really good, Tom. I mean, that's one of the better teams we've played all year, and they're young. I mean, they've got some young guys out there, but just physically they're talented. Physically, they're talented. We'll have our hands full. You know, I just hope maybe we can hammer that baseball like Big John's is hammering prices over here, you know. Maybe we can hammer that baseball a little bit today, give our starting pitcher maybe a little bit of cushion there to get started. I'd love to get off on a good foot tonight, you know, on the right foot and score some runs early and put the pressure on them because they need to beat us. And we need to win one out of our last two to secure that first seed. So I'd love to go ahead and take care of that tonight. But I'm telling you, those Vikings are a well-coached team and a bunch of young, talented young men.
Yep, it's going to be a great game. We have one more regular season game, which is big too, on Monday, Unicoi County. But if you win tonight, you've nailed it down. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And then that game. This is interesting how the season kind of trickles in and butts right up to the postseason. Usually have a little bit of a gap there. So taking care of business tonight is big. Tennessee High has East on Monday, and we have Unicoi. So I'd love to go into that Monday game having a little bit of freedom to play the way we want to play.
Starting pitcher tonight would be Rhett.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, big game. You hand it to one of your guys, and him and Bryson have been pitching for us in those big situations all year, so tonight will be no different.
So you win it tonight. So what does that do? The tournament, the playing games next Wednesday. The actual tournament starts next Thursday at Thomas Stadium at East Tennessee State. So by winning tonight, if you nail down the regular season championship, or when you do, I should say, what does that mean for baseball next week?
Well, that puts us in the Thursday game playing the winner of the play-in game. East is one of those teams. Tennessee High and us will be 1 or 2 in however way this plays out. We're both right there. We've solidified either the 1 or the 2 spot, and then the big battle is between Crockett and Unicoi, in between the 3 and the 4. You're in that 4 seed. You're in the play-in game, and that you're burning an arm on Wednesday before the tournament starts on Thursday. So tonight's game, Crockett at East, will play into that. And then the Unicoi game next Monday will determine who's in that play-in game.
So by winning either 1 or 2, have you already qualified for the regional too?
No, I think you have to win a couple games. Yeah, you need to win 2. If you win your first 2 games, you're in, and then you just need to get to Sunday in the tournament. And that's the thing, in a 4-game tournament, and you're taking 2 teams on, losing a game in the tournament doesn't just destroy you. You have a chance because you don't need to win that tournament to move on. You just need to finish 1 or 2. So, the 4-team tournament, double elimination, win the first 2 you're in, and then you're winning 3 games, if you win 3 in the loser's bracket.
So you look at the schedule. You have lost to Dobbins Bennett, in no particular order, DB and Boone and Science Hill. You beat East sprinkled there. So you lost to 3 non-conference teams. So last night, down 6-1 on the road against a very good Crockett team. The record doesn't even begin to tell you how good this team is. I've said it all year long. And so how big is that for this team, the psyche, heading into this game tonight? How big was it to win last night?
I think it's important. I mean, emotion plays a role in every contest. And the younger, there's probably a window there. When they're real young, Tom, they just play and they don't care one way or the other. But our guys are old enough to know what winning and losing means. Old enough to feel a little bit of tension when the game's tied and when they need to do something. So the emotional aspect of us coming back and bouncing back, what was important, I think. And I don't think they were down or destroyed, but they're competitors and they want to beat Science Hill and they want to beat Dobbins Bennett. And sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way and you don't get that opportunity. So for them to show that resiliency, which we've had, those cardiac cyclones have done that a few times up to this point, was good going into tonight for sure.
4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch. So last night we gave the player of the game to Marshall Holtzclaw, Evan Chambers, J.D. Hooks, Jack Blevins, Bryson Rowland. They're all going to get a free sandwich from Port Travs, a free buffet from Pizza Inn. You may not want them getting all this food, going to beef them up a little bit. And also some pre-drinks from Tuffy's Cafe inside the school. So they've earned it, and certainly want to say thanks to Port Travs and Pizza Inn for passing out free food. Somebody's got to pay for it, but they believe in these kids, and so you got 5 youngins going to eat good, but every one of them earned it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then you said it right off the top. just it took everyone, you know, and it took everyone to pull that one out, and a nice emotional control over there in the dugout for those guys. I mean, we had a really good, what we call dugout temperature. The temperature was good. It wasn't too high. It wasn't too low when we were down, and that, I think that allowed our guys to go to the plate and perform.
Starts at 4:40 tonight. We're looking forward to it. Coach, thanks for coming by. I know you get back to class.
Thank you.
Go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones.
I loved it. Right before he left last night, we don't interview him on the road, by the way. We always try and get him on the bus, get him back home. And so he came right to the base of the press box and went, "Go Cyclones." I said, yes, go Cyclones. It was an awesome win.
Yeah, it was. I love this town, Tom, and love these businesses that support these boys and you and what you do for them in this community. We appreciate everything, because we couldn't do it without you.
You're very kind. Go Cyclones. We'll be ready to go at 4:40 tonight, airtime, first pitch, 5 o'clock for the, am I saying it right, regular season conference championship?
Well, if we win, yes.
Yes.
If we win, we wrap it up.
There you go.
So
that's the name of the game. I'm a Raiders fan. We don't win often, but their mantra has always been, just win, baby. We haven't done much lately, but for the Cyclones tonight, it's real simple. Just win, baby. We'll find out at 5 o'clock. Need to come out today and support these kids playing in this big, big game. Red Schlegel's on the mound. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Can't wait to bring it to you at 4:40 right here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Talking with Dr. Aaron Kaiser from Physical Therapy Services. Tell us what you're all about.
Well, we're physical therapy, and so what we do is we put people through rehab, whether it's surgical or non-surgical, and try to get them back as functionally possible as fast as we can so that they're functional.
Yep. Things you guys do, things that you offer, the ways you take care of people.
Okay, so we have a bunch of equipment that we get to use on people all the time. So we have an Alter G, which is an anti-gravity treadmill. We have a Biodex. We have new steps. We do a lot of manual. We do modalities. We really do it all. We treat knee replacements, shoulder replacements, rotator cuff. We do vertigo. We do carpal tunnel. We do neuropathy. We do it all.
Do it all,
Yeah.
and do it well.
Thank you.
2 locations.
Yes, 2 locations. One is 1975 West Elk Avenue. That is our main orthopedic clinic. That's where we do the athletes and the adults and that kind of thing. And then we have a pediatric clinic. It's in medical care, 1500 West Elk Avenue, and that's where we have PT and OT for kids.
They have a lot to offer, folks. So the best way to do is find out through social media what they do offer, and how do we find you?
So we have Facebooks they're separate from both of them, the ortho clinic and the pediatric clinic. And then, of course, you can always just call us or grab me on a sideline. You'll probably find me there most of the time.
There you go. Dr. Aaron Kaiser, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports at Physical Therapy Services.
Thank you.
Out and about, ball games, ball practices, on the move. Make that phone number, put in your phone, 543-6128. Stop by and get some sandwiches, right? Tell me about it.
Yeah, give us a call real quick on your way to whatever event or gathering you've got going on when the weather's nice, and we'll have that bag ready for you when you get here about 10 minutes later.
Yep. Talk about the subs, the poor boys. You sell a lot of those, the cold subs. We don't talk enough about those.
Yeah, when the weather warms up, people like them cold sandwiches. They have bologna, salami, ham, and cheese on them. We've got a 6-inch on a soft split deli roll, and then we have the 12 inches on the sesame seeded Grecian bread.
Yep.
Mix it up with some mayonnaise, mustard, lettuce, tomato, lots of them spicy onions.
Yep, the 12-inch goes for $6.49. The 6-inch will go for $5.19, and they're piled high with meat. They don't scrimp here at Poor Travis Deli. So
and if you like extra, you can always add extra. You make it as thick as you like.
There you go. So those are the cold subs. Let's talk about the salads real quick. Tell me about the salads at Poor Travis.
We'll put you a fistful of lettuce in a tray with some shredded ham, roast beef, or turkey, some shredded cheese. We have tomatoes, spicy onions, some crunchy croutons, 2 packs of dressing. We have ranch, Italian, honey mustard, and Thousand Island.
Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9, closed on Sunday. Phone number is 543-6128, Broad Street, Elizabeth, and right across from the Jeweler's Bench. One of our great sponsors, who sponsors the player of the game, by the way. Don't forget that. He puts free sandwiches in these kids' hands for being the star player of whatever sport we're covering. So
I think they like it.
They do like it.
They do like it.
Yep, they do like it. And so we like giving it. He likes to give it.
That's right.
And so we appreciate it's a win-win for everybody. Poor Trav's Deli. Be loyal, buy local. Support Poor Trav's Deli here in Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show at Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Poor Trav's Deli. .440 airtime. Can't wait for the, it's going to be a biggie. Tennessee High, as Barney told Andy, it's big. It's big. It's going to be a good ball game. Hello, Ashley Blevins. Hello to Brenda Cannon. They're back, I hope. We're going to be there Thursday. Can't wait. Cannon's Furniture. We're looking forward to being over there. So, getting a big Mother's Day. It's hard to believe. We talked about this with Mike a few minutes ago. Mother's Day is 2 weeks from Sunday. What a great time to buy furniture from Mom for Mother's Day from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. We'll be there Thursday with the show. We bought ourselves yet another recliner. We're excited about that. Bought one, and when I was laid up, it was a lifesaver. Little did I know when I bought this recliner back in the winter that it would be a big help to help me recuperate from the old pinched nerve in the leg. Wouldn't wish that on anybody. But anyway, Miss Cannon, hello. She and Daryl love them to death, and so we'll be there broadcasting live. Another one of our great businesses. Be loyal. Buy local. It's not a chain. It's a mom and pop, just like Mike Barnett's getting settled in here. It's not a chain. It's mom and pop. And so we're very excited about being here, as we always are. So let's come in here now. We're getting ready to show you. I bought one of these, so I can tell you firsthand, this is really a cool gift. Let's turn this right around here. He's settled in, got him ready to go. And so back again. I love it. So we have checked it. This is right here. Let's start with the little vacuum system. This is awesome. Be great for a mom. Very lightweight because I bought one. I got one myself. So tell them about it, would you, sir?
Yep, that's your little rechargeable, battery-operated vacuum. Comes with attachments and stuff of that nature that you can leave in your vehicle, put it in the trunk, put it in the garage for quick cleanups and stuff of that nature. It works extremely well. I've got one in my truck right now. I keep it in the back seat because I'm always tracking stuff into the truck, so I keep it right there. I've used it. It's got plenty of power. It runs very well on the battery, and it'd be an excellent gift for mom or for the the minor do-it-yourselfer that just needs to clean up a little bit when they're maybe sawing a board down in the basement around their workshop or something. They just want to get that extra dust and sawdust up. That thing would work well. It's very easy to empty and keep clean. Like I say, it does have attachments, a little brush for like upholstery and the regular nozzle, so it does extremely well. Another good gift for mom and for the person that has a small maybe yard around the house is that little GTA 26 pruner. It's a small pruner saw that comes with your battery and charger also that you can use to cut limbs up to, 1.5 inches or thereabouts. So, if you've got some minor trim work to do on some of your smaller trees or fruit trees or ornamentals, that's a really handy saw to have. We've sold the fire out of them in the past, and, they're very, very handy to have around the store. And just about everything that Stihl has now in the battery operated, division of their company is on sale right now. One of the trimmers that me and you've got is like this FSA 57, trimmer that me and you both have is right now comes with a free battery. When you purchase that trimmer, you get a free battery that comes with it. So, that works out extra. That way you're never going to run out of power. They run very well. You can do quite a bit of trimming. You've trimmed with it. I have. It goes on and on and on.
On and on, yep.
With that thing, but it does extremely good as far as that goes. And so, you get an extra battery, so why not? It's a good deal. And they go all the way up with all their hedge trimmers, You know, they've got, your lead-in models all the way up to heavier stuff, as well as your blowers and stuff of that nature. Every one of them comes with a free battery, either an AK-20, like that one will come with an AK-20 battery, which is a $139 value if you just come in and buy the battery itself. So you're getting a good deal there. Then you go on up into some of the others, comes with the bigger and heavier batteries. They can be up to a $299 value.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've got a lot of items out there, and we've got most all of them back in stock. We've got the battery-powered stuff, and we're coming right along with it. And batteries becoming more and more popular because people like it. You live in the city, you don't want to be out there firing up something maybe with gas and bother your neighbors or something of that nature. So you can utilize the battery trimmer, the battery hedge trimmer, the battery blower, even the little battery saws. Not just this GTA 26 trim saw, but the chainsaw like me and you've got, the MS 120s and stuff like that. They're very quiet. People don't even know you're running them.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, but yet it gets the job done, gets it cleaned up, and you can go on. Plus, they're lightweight, so if the lady of the house likes to get out and work in the yard, work in the landscaping, work around the house, this trimmer right here is not so heavy that she's just going to be wore out at the end of the day.
Same with the pruner and same with the vacuum. So I was not a fan of batteries, quite frankly, until I started coming over and doing these shows. And Mike said, "You ought to try a battery." Because and what broke it for me was the weed eater that had been in the shed all winter. Went out to get it and fired up. I guess 3 or 4 years ago now. Couldn't get it to start. Flooded out. Changed the spark plug. Put the sprayed the stuff down it to help things start fire up. And got it finally got it going. And every mosquito within 10 miles was gone. It was nothing but black smoke coming up. And the neighbors like, "What in the world's going on?" I thought, this is nuts. I'm going to take Mike Barnett's advice, and I'm going to try and get me a battery power and see what happens. I'll never go back. It's awesome. The batteries themselves, you come with a charger, pop it in, it'll charge. If it goes completely down, mine takes about 20, 30 minutes to recharge. So, but you have two, pop one in, take that one out. And so it has power. The chainsaw, I'm thinking, okay, a battery powered chainsaw is not going to have power. It'll tear up jack, I'm telling you. And so will the weed eaters. So I'm a big fan. So I got 5 of the battery powered from Stihl. The latest one I bought, this vacuum cleaner, and I mean it does the trick. It's awesome. So, again, Mother's Day, two weeks from Sunday. You're looking for a practical gift. We don't know what to get Mom. Mom's got everything. So what do we get her? Please consider. Show this one again. Show the bottom one. You hold that. I'll get it one more time and show it because this is the trick. Do you know the price point on this, by the way? How much?
That one right there on the little vacuum, SSA 20, they've all worked around different. They're $159.99.
Yep. Well worth it, my friends. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. It comes with an attachment. It comes with a battery charger, and
an extra $60 battery, so you can just keep right on going with that.
And it's not heavy. I don't know what the poundage is.
Not at all.
It says what it is, but it's lightweight. So I don't know where you'd find that on the box, but it's very lightweight. I'm holding it like this, so it's worth it, folks. Get my thumb got caught in the box.
Okay, you're just caught right in there.
But anyway, that's another the Stihl product. You sell a ton of those, don't you?
Yes, 2.9 pounds.
2.9 pounds.
Yes, and they're a 3-year household warranty. So you've got warranty, you've got quality of Stihl products, you've got regardless of whether it's a battery or a gas-powered piece of equipment, we have an in-house mechanic that does the repair, tune-ups. Can give you a free estimate if you've got an older unit, you're not sure you want to put a whole lot of money into your gas trimmer or chainsaw, but you want to look at it and get him to do you an estimate. He can do that, and then we can call you and you can say, yeah, fix it, or no, we'll come in and buy a brand new one. Now, it's not just battery that's on sale. They're doing some of their most popular gas models, and of course one of them is a straight shaft, what we call a 56 model. It is their #1 selling straight shaft trimmer. Now this trimmer right here will handle about anything you've got with grass, tall grass, whatever. It will not have a blade, but it will. It is the most popular straight shaft trimmer that Stihl sells, the 56 model. It's on sale $30 off. It's $199, normally $229. We do have the FS 91s coming in. They should have already been here. They are a heavier model straight shaft trimmer that will take a grass blade or a Triarch blade or whatever with the adapting kit and everything, and they're also on sale at $30 off, but they'll be like $329 if you're looking for something heavier where you can cut down briars, small brush,
Fence rows.
stuff of that nature. Yeah, we'll have them in a little bit later, but we have a ton of the FS56 RCs in stock at $199.99, and like I say, we've sold the fire out of them in the past year because a lot of people like a straight shaft. They're doing a pretty good size yard, pretty good size, like say fence row, around the barn, the shed or whatever. Plenty of power. You can cut just about anything you need to that's grass related, from tall, heavy grass on down with that 56 model.
We're talking to Mike Barnett. We're live here at Big John's Closeouts with the Hammer High Prices. Last thing I want to do, we do this every time. I want to do it again because I think it bears repeating every time we have him on the show. So let's hit it right here. And we're talking to Mike Barnett, owner of Big John's Closeouts. A lot of places out there. Why should we trade at Big John's Closeouts?
Well, I think there's a number of reasons. Number one, we're your neighbors. We are right here in the community. We worship with you. We shop with you at other local establishments. The money that goes into payroll and everything else stays right here in this community. It goes to help them support their families. They spend it at the grocery store. They do all those things. We've got a lot of experience. I've been in this business for 48 years. Travis has been with me, and Danny and Jeff, and so many of my employees have been with me for numerous years. So, we probably, if you put everybody together, we probably got 200 years of experience, or close to it, here at Big John's in Elizabeth. And so you've got people that are personable, that are here and want to help you, that are part of your community. We support local nonprofits. We support our local schools, our local sports teams. We try to help the community. We've been very involved with a lot of the local groups that have come in with disaster relief, whether it's the Tennessee Baptist Disaster Relief Group, God's Warehouse up here, Good Samaritan Ministries. We've been trying to support them and help them and get them, extra discounts to where they can get people back in their homes as far as that nature. Plus, we feel like when you come in, we want to make, the experience a positive thing. We want to listen to what your questions are. We want to give you good advice on how to make the repairs or what we recommend is the best product for you to get. We don't want to just take your money and send you on down the road. We want to make sure when you leave, you're getting something that's going to do what you need it to do at a good price, and with good service, where you feel like, they appreciated me being there. They thanked me. They greeted me when I come in. That's important to us. We want to be connected. We have been here. I started in 1977 with Patty Lumber Company, but Big John's Closeout started in right at 1998. We moved up here in like 2004 in the old Patty building. I come back home from the Tractor Supply building, and we've been a part of this community. This is where I was born and raised, lived here all my life, and I want to continue to give back and give good service and be a part of it.
Amen. Hours are open?
We're here 7:30 to 6 Monday through Friday, and 8 to 4 on Saturday, and of course closed for the Lord's Day.
Phone number to call?
423-542-4755.
Be loyal, buy local, support Big John's Closeouts with Hammer High Prices, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports at Big John's Closeouts. Boom, we just made a commercial.
Good deal. Thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. I'll be listening. I've got a board meeting tonight, but I'll be listening to the ball game.
Yes.
And I'll be watching. I'll keep an eye on it.
Absolutely.
Pull them through. Hello there, Lynn. Do you want to say anything to Tom Taylor? Hold on. I forgot I didn't have my headset on. Hello? Do you want to say hello to Tom Taylor? Do you want to tell him that well, I just finished. We just finished a commercial and we're done. He said, if they win tonight, will you make brownies? Okay, Tom, you got brownies.
Ooh, go Cyclones.
There you go.
Big old glass of milk and brownies. That'll make a bulldog break his chain right there. That's good stuff. World famous brownies. So we're pulling for extra incentive for a win tonight against a really good team, folks. It's going to be a dandy ball game. Hope you'll come watch it. If you can't, we hope you'll be right here with us. We'll go on air at 4:40 with the broadcast. Airtime at 4:40. First pitch at 5 o'clock is going to be a dandy. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good game. Tennessee Preston Roberts called his games when he played at Dobbins-Mill. He's a great coach. They're a great team, great organization, great fan base. So it'll be a good one tonight right over the hill at Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. The Cyclones and Tennessee High. Again, airtime 4:40, first pitch 5 o'clock. Here's what we've talked about. Again, 2.9 pounds. Look at this. You want to consider getting one of these, and maybe not just for mom, but just for yourself as well. I got one. I treated myself, and it's awesome. Battery powered. Got a battery that comes with it. Steel chainsaws. You got backpacks with those. You got them with the leaf blowers, the weed eaters, chainsaws. In this case, it's the newest product they've got, which is a handheld vacuum, which is great for a car, for a small apartment or a big apartment, whatever you need it for. And the other one is this pruner. This thing's lightweight too. This one weighs, what's it say here? Got my glasses on. 3 pounds. Little pruner. Again, for a mom, for Mother's Day, or for anybody for that matter. But we keep thinking Mother's Day is right around the corner, as we know. And so that's those are two things to consider from right here at Big John's Closeouts. All right, baseball. Let's take a look at Major League Baseball. Spencer Strider back on the injured list. Man, it's tough. Hamstring this time. Strained right hamstring. He came after one start for the Braves. They're going to bring up Michael Peterson to take his spot on the roster. Club said Strider suffered the injury while playing catch on Monday. Just playing catch. Hamstring pull. The Atlanta rotation also without Ronaldo Lopez, who's still recovering from arthroscopic shoulder surgery. Strider again out indefinitely. Michael Peterson now is the man. You see the Braves, who have won 4 in a row, will come right back and do it again tonight. They won 4. They have caught the Nationals for, 4th place right now in the division. They're both 6.5 out. So the Braves will be tonight ready to go. It'll be the Cardinals and the Braves, game 2 of that series in Atlanta, 7:15 tonight. Everything under the lights tonight, Yankees and Cleveland, which is a big matchup. That's Cleveland's won 4 in a row and 7 out of 10. The Yankees have won 7 out of 10. Those two are red-hot teams. Yankees and Cleveland tonight in Cleveland. San Diego, Detroit. The Reds in Miami. Red Sox hosting the Mariners. Baltimore and Washington. Philadelphia and the Mets play game 2 of that set in New York tonight. Kansas City hosting Colorado. The White Sox will open up a series in Minnesota. The Dodgers and the Cubbies at Wrigley tonight. That's a good one. Toronto at Houston. The Pirates against the Angels in L.A. Tampa Bay at Arizona. Milwaukee at San Francisco. And Texas will take on the Athletics. So you look at the standings, look at these games tonight, these matchups. You got some good ones. And so you look, as I said, the Yankees in Cleveland. Detroit. The Tigers are number 1 in the American League Central right now. Detroit, where do they go? The Tigers, I just told them they're going to be home to San Diego, who's the number 1 team in the NL West. Those are awesome. Good job, sir. Padres have won 6 out of 10. The Tigers have won 6 out of 10. They'll go game 1 of that series tonight in Detroit. Other games, you got the Reds in Miami. You got Seattle and Boston, Baltimore and Washington, Philadelphia and the Mets. The Mets have won 5 in a row, 7 out of 10. The Phillies have lost 2. They're 3 games back chasing the Mets. Will do it again tonight in New York. Cardinals in Atlanta, as we told you. Colorado, Kansas City. Minnesota hosting Chicago. The Dodgers and the Cubs. That's a good one. Cubs lead the NL Central. They're 14-10. The Dodgers are 16-7. They trail, or actually they're even Steven now with the Padres in the NL West. That's a good matchup at Wrigley Field tonight. Toronto at Houston. The Pirates in L.A. to battle the Angels. You have Tampa Bay at Arizona. Milwaukee at San Francisco, and the Rangers against the Athletics tonight in Major League Baseball. Here are the standings in American League East. New York leads the Red Sox by a game and a half. Red Sox have won 6 out of 10. In the Central, Detroit leads the Guardians by a half game. The Guardians are red hot. They've won, as I said, 4 in a row and 7 out of 10. The Guardians have the Yankees in town tonight. The Detroit's first, Cleveland second. In the West, the Rangers lead the Mariners by a game. The Angels are by a game and a half. The Mariners are hot. They won 2 in a row and 8 out of 10. In the National League, the Mets lead the Phillies right now by 3 games. The Mets hot. They're 5 in a row. They've won and 7 out of their last 10. In the Central, again, the Braves have won 4 in a row, 6 out of 10. They've caught the Nationals for 4th place in the division, both now 6.5 out. Both are now 9 and 13. In the Central, the Cubs lead the Brewers by a game and a half, and the Reds by 2.5. In the West, the Padres and the Dodgers are dead even right now. Padres have won 6 out of 10. The Dodgers have won 7 out of 10. They're even Steven, and 1 game back are the Giants, and then 2.5 back are the Diamondbacks. They've won 7 out of 10. So some good baseball right now. Some good matchups tonight. We'll have those for you. Let you know how they go as we'll go on air the broadcast at 4:40. First pitch at 5 o'clock tonight. The Cyclones and the Tennessee Vikings will take a break, come back, and we'll take a look at high school baseball right after this break from Pizza M. You're watching show number 2,272 from Big John's Closeouts, where they hammer high prices here in Elizabethton on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. High school sports, and we'll take a look at the NBA and the National Hockey League next to close out our show right after this from Pizza Inn. We're talking to our sponsor again, Daryl Cannon from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, proud sponsor of the Cyclones and Tom Dillon Sports Show. So for folks who've never been here, tell us all about Cannon's. What's it all about?
Oh, goodness. Family-owned business. We are always a Cannon's in-house usually. I mean, we're here for our customers. We want to support our community. We love our little town. Elizabethton is such a sweet place to live in, and we got 4 grandkids. They're all involved in sports: softball, baseball, volleyball, soccer. So we enjoy that aspect of our community and enjoy our customer. We love to see people come in and love to talk to them and just have a good time.
42 years. So how do we find you on social media?
We have a Facebook page that is tremendously visited. We have probably around 15,000 followers each month, and that's a good way. Cannon's Home Store, I think there's 1.2 million things on our website.
Wow.
Now, we don't have all that in the store, but it just shows how much we can get. 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. This coming next Friday will be open until 8 that night. It's the downtown Thirst Friday event. Looking forward to that.
And the phone number?
423-543-6937.
One of our great sponsors again right here at the Tom Dillon Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. The great folks right here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton. And back on the Tom Dillon Sports Show, let's run down the NBA real quick. What's going on tonight in the National Hockey League? We'll close things out with high school sports. So in the NBA tonight, you have 3 games on tap. You have Indiana and Milwaukee will be in Indianapolis. The Pacers lead that one 1-0. Oklahoma City taking on Memphis. The Grizzlies Oklahoma City leads that one 1-0. In Minnesota, go Timberwolves will be in LA to battle the Lakers. And so that Timberwolves lead that one 1-0. We'll tell you tomorrow how those go. So again, Milwaukee and Indiana, Memphis and Oklahoma City, and the Lakers hosting Minnesota tonight in the NBA. In the National Hockey League, Game 1, the best of 7 starts tonight. Florida skates in Tampa Bay against Lightning in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Then you have New Jersey skating in Carolina. Carolina leads at 1-0. Toronto, the Maple Leafs, a 1-0 lead over Ottawa, will skate tonight in Toronto. And Minnesota, the Wild, will skate in Vegas against the Knights, and Vegas leads that series 1-0. So New Jersey and Carolina, Ottawa skates in Toronto, Tampa Bay hosting Florida, and Minnesota skates in Vegas tonight in the National Hockey League playoffs. Hello, Kenny Greer. How you doing, sir? Let's take a look at some high school sports before we get out of here. Dobbins-Bennett had a chance, or rather Boone had a chance to win it all, and DB throws a wrench into it on Monday as they beat Boone in Gray 15-2. So now you look at Boone's got to hope for an upset. Westridge upset at Science Hill tonight to win a share of the league. So they controlled their destiny, and Dobbins-Bennett went in and beat them 15-2 in Gray yesterday. Speaking of Science Hill, they got swept in the regular season by Providence Academy. Providence beat them yesterday 8-2. The Knights are 31-4. They swept Science Hill, who's 25-11. They did that yesterday, so Providence Academy, again, as we said, swept Science Hill in the regular season. And that's a big win for Jeff Reed and their ball club there, Providence Academy. The Knights hope to have him on the show. We've never had him on the show. We're going to have him on the show. That's the goal. Let's take a look at some others, how everything's went. Of course, our game, it was a come from behind 6-1, trailing, winning a 9-6. Cyclones beat Crockett last night down in Jonesboro. Greenville shuts out Cherokee 14-0. Maddox Bishop 3-run homer kind of got it going for the Green Devils. Grayson Crosby and Kane Ricker also had 3 RBIs for the Green Devils. Granger beat Volunteer in baseball 11-0. Nolan Wallace went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs for Granger. Johnson County beat Happy Valley 13-3. Caden Blevins, Avery Jones, and Grayson Espinosa each had a pair of hits for the Longhorns, beating Happy Valley 13-3. Carlos Lopez had a run-scoring double for the Warriors. That was a big hit for them. Eastby Victory Christian 20-3. Peyton Lingerfeld struck out 9. Also had a triple and drove in 3. And Caden Hicks had 4 RBIs for the Patriots as they beat Victory Christian 20-3. Other baseballs, you have Chucky Doak beat North Green 11-1. Tri-Cities Christian beat Unakis 7-6. Let's see. The Rangers, Cooper Shanks went 2 for 2 with an RBI. Will Holmes, 1 earned run, his complete game effort for Tri-Cities Christian. The Chucky Doak North Green game, Chucky Doak, Dom Atchinson had perfect days at the plate. He and James Seidel both went 4 for 4, 2 walks, 4 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. So big day there for Chucky Doak in baseball. In softball, Boone and Crockett split Monday night. We were watching that game. It was on the other side of the right field fence. We were down there at the Jonesboro. Crockett took game 1 3-2. Daniel Boone got the second game 4-2 in 5 innings because the rains came down heavily. Crockett down 19-6. Boone softball 13-13. Dobbins-Bennett beat Sullivan Easton softball 11-0. Phoenix AHLES, wouldn't know how to say that one. Phoenix Ales, and I'm sure I'm not saying it right, I apologize. A 5-inning no-hitter for Lady Indians. Riley McMillan drove in 3 RBIs for DB. Science Hill blanks Elizabeth and 4-0. Isabel Meeks with a 1-hit shutout. Maddie Diamond 3 hits for the Lady Toppers. Piper Bennett got the lone hit, a leadoff single in the 5th, so it was a 1-hit shutout. Science Hill beat the Lady Cyclones 4-0. Westridge beat Unicoi County 1-0. Leela Bird struck out 14 and walked just 2 in a complete game. They lost 1-0. Wow. You strike out 14 and you lose. Man, what a tough night. Lily Frazier and Cammie Clark scored on an error on the play to score the only run of the ball game. Leela Bird, 14 strikeouts. Miranda Henley earned the win after tossing a no-hitter and striking out a dozen herself. She had 26 strikeouts in that game. Wow. Westridge beat Unicoi County 1-0. University High softball beat Happy Valley 17-1 and 9-7. Took 2 from them. Yeah, Jeff County beating Cherokee 7-0 in softball. North Green beat South Green 9-2. Chucky Doak beat Johnson County 15-11 in softball. And one boys soccer matchup, Volunteer beat Cosby 5-1. That's what happened yesterday in high school sports. We're winding things down. Tournaments start next week. Let's look at what's going on today and who's playing today. Again, weather permitting, we had a lot of rain. We are definitely playing. Coach was just here, so let's start with baseball. Who plays where today? Of course, the Cyclones hosting Tennessee High. 4:40 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch right here. Video and audio, we'll bring it to you. Tucker Taylor running the camera will be bringing it to you beginning at 4:40 today. Other baseball games today, Morristown East to University High, Happy Valley to North Green, Cloudland to the FCA Flames, University High and Morristown East baseball, Cobb County at Chucky Doak, Gatlinburg Pittman at Unaka, Science Hill Westridge, Sullivan East at Crockett, and Cherokee at Greenville. That's baseball. Softball today, South Green at Hampton, Unaka softball at Cloudland, Sullivan East softball at Westridge. You have Volunteer at Daniel Boone, North Green softball at Chucky Doak, CAK at Providence Academy, Cherokee softball at Granger, Elizabeth and Happy Valley. That game's been canceled. Greenville at Claiborne, and University High hosting Hancock County. That's softball. Let's give you the high school soccer today. Dobbins Minute at Westridge, Science Hill at Daniel Boone, Tennessee High soccer at Sullivan East today. Claiborne at Volunteer, Cherokee at Greenville, University High soccer at Chucky Doak, Crockett at Unicoi County, and Tennessee High at Sullivan East, and Grace Christian at Providence Academy. That's your softball your soccer for today. Girls and boys soccer in Virginia, Gate City at Y Central. Baseball today in Southwest Virginia, Twin Springs at Thomas Walker, Y Central at Gate City, and Rycove at J. Alberton. And softball today, Gate City Lady Blue Devils at Y Central, and Twin Springs at Thomas Walker. And that's your high school schedule for this Tuesday, April the 22nd. That's going to do it. Big thanks to our guest, Joseph Taylor, and also Cyclone head baseball coach Mike Korn, along with the obvious. That would be Mike Barnett, the owner here at Big John's Closeouts with the Hammer High Prices. So, again, thanks for being with us. We'll rejoin you, again, as we said, at 4:40, not that far away, for Cyclone baseball, with a chance to win the conference championship against a very good Tennessee High baseball team. It's going to be a great game. First two games are good. This one will be no different. Going to be a good one today. Can't wait to bring it to you. So we would tell you again as we wrap things up, the verse of the day. We always dedicate our broadcast to the man who hung on the cross, and goes like this. Isaiah 40, 28 and 29 says, "Do you not know, and have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow weary or tired, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak." Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a way to end it. Isaiah 40, 28, and 29. Back with you at 4:40 for Cyclone baseball. Again, Cyclones at 9-1. Tennessee at 8-2. It's going to be a dandy. Red Slug on the mound with the Cyclones tonight. Don't know who their pitcher is. We'll get there, but it'll be a good one. And he'll be a good one. So I hope you'll join us. If you can't get there, we'll be bringing it to you, video and audio, across, as the late Rush Limbaugh would say, the late Rush would say, across the fruited plain. Looking forward to bringing it to you. Till then, we'll say, as always, bloom where you're planted and win or lose. Be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2272 from Big John's Closeouts. Be loyal, buy local, support the local man right here, Big John's Closeouts, here in downtown Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. See you back at 4:40 for Cyclone baseball. So long from Big